Hello there. I hope you had a good week. Now, today I want to give you an update on what is going on in East Congo about the conflict in the eastern part of Congo between M23 rebels and the Congolese army. Now, let's face it, most people believe that the Congolese army is struggling to contain the M23 rebel group. But in hindsight, in the background, what is happening is that the Congolese government is seeking to reverse the balance of power. And the government in Kinshasa has bought military drones from China and hired Romanian soldiers operating under the command of a former or ex-French foreign regime. In other words, the commander is a mercenary and these Romanian soldiers are mercenaries. So that's what is happening. Now, let's talk about these armed drones from China. News and verified information reaching us is that the Congolese government have acquired about 10 of these armed drones known as the CAS Rainbow CH4 or CSS Rainbow CH4. So these are Chinese armed drones that are very lethal, very lethal. These drones, this particular version called the Rainbow CH4 is a new drone developed by the Chinese military. It has never been exported to any other country like the previous drone they had called Winglong 2, the one they sold to Ethiopia, and it was not performing as expected. The same drone was sold to the Emiratis, the UAE, and they tried to use it in Yemen, but that particular model never worked well. So the Chinese went back and made another type of drone, now this particular Rainbow CH4, and it is said to be a very lethal weapon, very precise and very good at doing its work. So that drone, 10 of those drones are going to Kinshasa, and they are going to be operated most likely by these foreign mercenaries, because these guys work in Western militaries, others worked in French foreign region, and they operated such kind of equipment. So Congo is using these mercenaries particularly to help them understand how to operate this type of system. And another information that I got, and these are verified information on the CIPRI website. CIPRI is a website that tracks arms purchase. So since November last year, the day Congo had their weapon ban lifted, the UN had, or the UN Security Council lifted this weapon purchase ban on Congo, the one that had been in effect since 2003. And the moment that ban was lifted, any country in the world was free to trade weapons and arms with Congo. That's what it means. So the moment that a ban was lifted, to this moment, about 4 months later, Congo has spent more than $700 million in weapon purchase. I mean, it's huge. That is the total defense budget for certain countries like Kenya or Angola in a whole year. And Congo has spent or splashed that kind of money within 4 months to buy weapons. So the balance of power is going to shift tremendously. And while all this is going on, the president of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, has also started a diplomatic lobbying where he wants countries to start sanctioning and censoring Rwanda and Uganda. So he says that he went to the African Union summit seeking censure of the M23 rebel group and its supporters for fomenting insecurity in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. So he had the floor in that summit and he presented his accusations of the two countries, because evidence showed that Rwanda and Uganda are supporting M23. The fighters, the M23, some of those fighters who have been captured, others, killed on the battleground, were caught with AK-47s, Chinese Type 56 version of AK-47s that are usually manufactured in Uganda. Uganda has this factory that they make some version of AK-47s from China. And these M23 are using these guns from Uganda. Very new guns. Most of them are very brand new, and they come from Uganda. Other things that come from the Ugandan military factory are things like RPG, those shells, and some tiny mortars, those smaller mortars. They're coming from Uganda. And Rwanda is supplying bullets. A lot of bullets that have been captured with M23 fighters, they have serious that can be traced back to a Rwandan factory, munition factory in Kigali. And Rwanda also surprised them with satellite radios. They also, of course, provided them with the Toyota pickups. Toyota double cabin Hilux pickups from Rwanda were given to M23. That's how they are able to move around. So that's what Congo is doing. Congo is trying to see whether they can censor or threaten or even sanction these two countries, because these are the countries that are arming, supplying the M23, fighters to basically destabilize that region.